Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We've got another awesome G.I. Joe toy review for you today. Today, specifically, we are looking at the Rise of Cobra Kamakura, the Ninja Apprentice, I guess is what he's called. So, this is a pretty cool figure. Came out in 2009, I believe, as part of the Rise of Cobra movie line. He's got some cool accessories and one of those big old guns that we all love so much. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and open up the figure for you and do a quick review. So stick with us. Kamakura from the Rise of Cobra line. We can never have too many ninjas, right? Evidently that's what everybody thinks. So Kamakura from the Rise of Cobra line. We've got ourselves another ninja, and a pretty awesome one at that. So again, this comes with from the Rise of Cobra line. It's got some nice art here on the side showing Kamakura in an action pose. Flip it over to the back. We've got the traditional file card, synopsis, and some of the other characters from the Rise of Cobra line. Very cool looking. This came out in 2009. I've been waiting for a while to get this one. Somehow I missed it the first go around and had some difficulties with people actually being able to get it to me. So it took a little longer than normal to get this one, but I've got it in hand and I must say it looks cool. And I'm really excited about this one. So let's go ahead and open the thing. I've waited long enough. We got a lot of different versions of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow in the Rise of Cobra line. But they didn't really put in too many other ninjas in there. And we know that there are lots of them running around the G.I. Joe universe. So it was cool to see this one come out. I think it was really the first ninja we got from the movie line, if I remember correctly. So, very nice looking card art. Cool Wolverine claws there. But other than that, yeah, we're going to toss that away. We have a cool little insert here, like normal for the movie line. Let's see what we got in this one. Cool, the Night Raven. And flipping it over to the back, we got some of the other accessories and playsets and blah 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 going on. So yeah, cool. But not what we're here for. We're here for Kamakura. So let's see here. We'll start with the crazy oversized weapon that comes with this thing. Looks like some kind of cool crossbow thing. We've got the actual missile for the crazy oversized weapon as well. We got these cool, what are these things called? These little sickle axes on a string. Nice. Then we have a dagger. In his hand he's got an Uzi, if we can get it to come out. And get the figure out. Looks like he left his swords in there with him. He's got a cool claw on his hand and a cool backpack. Pop that off and throw it in the accessory pile. Same thing with the Wolverine claw. Pretty cool looking figure. And we have two katanas here that were kind of taped in but didn't quite survive the process, so they did stay in the packaging instead of coming out with the rest of the figure, but there we go. And the battle stand. So, some pretty cool looking accessories in this particular figure. Some that I'm more excited for than others. I'm looking at you. So there we go. That's what you get. I'm actually going to pop this thing open. Yes. More cool stuff. So anyways, here is the cool accessories you get. We'll go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at each of them now. So, pretty cool so far. We'll start with the figure stand. Traditional G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra dog tag version of the battle stand. Nice G.I. Joe logo on the back side. The kind of brick motif going on the top. And the character code name on the front. Kamakura. Maybe I'm pronouncing that one right. From the same ninja clan as Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, and I'm still not able to pronounce that name the correct way, so I'm not going to try this time. So y'all can't yell at me for butchering it. But let's look at the crazy oversized weapon that comes with this guy. It's got some nice detail working, and it is supposed to look like a big crossbow, so it accomplishes that. So, nice. We've got this cool little energy blast thing for a missile. Loaded up. Got a button on the top there. Some nice spring action going on there. And that's all I'm going to do because I don't really have much use for these things. But it's kind of makes sense for this particular character. He is a ninja. And crossbows kind of makes sense, so I guess that's why they packaged it with him. But that's what we get. It's there, so we have it. Backpack, let's start with it. It is a resellable backpack. It has the attachment points for his 2 katanas on the side. I'll show you how that works. Just slide them in place and you're good to go there. Nothing too exotic about the way they do that. Shouldn't come as any surprise. And I guess I had that upside down, so let's try it again the right side up. Fit in there very nicely. Some nice detail work on it. It's a nice big old pile of rope he's got at the bottom here. And it does have this cool thing where it does open up and you can see inside and see what cool toys he has. It's got another grappling hook in here, some ninja claws, some carabiners, some pouches here, which probably house throwing stars and the like. Some cool ninja climbing spikes. And I don't know what these other little things are. Some kind of butterfly knives or something, I guess. But still pretty cool. His other weapons can fit in here as well, so you can take and stick like the knife in here if you wanted to. Not going to close really well with this thing in there, but the Uzi will fit in here without any problem. The Wolverine claw won't, and these sickle blades won't either, so not quite as useful as we would have liked for a ninja backpack. But it is what it is. It's still cool enough anyways. Fits on his back fairly easily and without any problems whatsoever. So it's really what we're looking for in a backpack. So that's what we got. So good. Let's see here. Let's go with the katanas, I guess, first. These are pretty nicely designed. They've got this cool dragon head on the side of them here on the pommel. Nice gold colored. And some nice just regular detail work going on there. So nothing too special, but nice that they are different enough from all the rest of the swords that we have. We do have 2 of them. They're basically the exact same swords, so no big issue there. And they do fit into the backpack really easily, really nicely, so I appreciate that, at least. They do look cool. The gold dragon heads is a little bit weird. They stand out a little bit more than I would probably want them to. But all in all, it's not bad. It works. It's, again, a nice little detail so that you don't get them confused with some of the other ones. We have a traditional dagger here. We've seen this with a lot of the other Cobra Troopers and things like that, so nothing too special here. We've got the little Uzi machine gun. Some nice, just little detail work going on here. I don't know if we can pick that up with the lights or not, but it does have detail work, so cool. We've got this cool Wolverine claw, ninja claw thing. Some nice detail work on it, on the handles. And we've got these cool sickle blades. Again, I don't remember what these things are called specifically, so I apologize. Anybody that knows the actual name for them, feel free to drop a comment in below and let us know what these things are actually called. But sickle axes is good enough for me for right now. Anyways, they are attached by a single string. And they do have this nice kind of wood motif going on here for the handles. And they look really nice. These things are really cool. So that's the accessories anyways. We'll move on to the figure itself. It's a really nice looking figure. Nice sculpt here. It's pretty easy to do the actual ninja head on these things. So they're pretty much interchangeable. So got that much going for them at the start anyways. The blue kind of not quite urban camo, but kind of meant to be that kind of camo. Works really well for this particular figure. I do like the sculpted battle armor that he's got on here in the G.I. Joe kind of motif. It actually works really well in this particular case. Looks like he's got the same sash as we've had for some Storm Shadow figures and some other figures. Looks like a quick kick sash, but still it works really nice. Beyond that, just normal sculpting here. It looks really nice, pretty cool. No problems with it whatsoever, to be honest with you. It's kind of a nice kit bash of figures to make this thing and make it unique. So, they did what they were trying to do. They succeeded. So, pretty cool. Articulation-wise, the head does turn 360 degrees. And if you'll notice underneath there, you've got this kind of cool collar thing going on here. Little extra detail work there. Up and down motion on his head as well. Shoulder joint has the traditional ball and swivel joint. Traditional ball and swivel at the elbow joint as well. And traditional ball and just a swivel joint at the wrist. Sorry, I was hoping it may have that extra articulation, but it doesn't seem to. Just swivel motion there, but it's still fine. The chest joint is present and is not limited by this sash whatsoever. You also have ab rocker feature, pretty nice looking. Traditional T-hook at the hip joints. No limit in articulation for the legs. Double knee joint. And traditional ball and swivel at the ankle joint. So, all in all, most of the articulation we've been looking for in figures recently. The only thing really not here is the wrist articulation extra. So, but all in all, it still works really well for this particular character especially. And it looks really nice in doing so. So, yeah, no complaints whatsoever on this guy. I actually really like the look of this guy. This blue color just works really well for a combat ninja, I guess I would say. Everybody likes going with the black and everything, and I do kind of like this urban camo look for it. Wouldn't mind seeing this guy released in maybe a slightly different camo pattern, but still kind of keeping the same vibe going on. Maybe a dark gray, red, maybe, I don't know. All sorts of possibilities, but anyways, let's get this guy geared up. Slap his backpack on. His swords, no big worry there. If you put his crazy Wolverine claw in his hand, he won't be able to hold anything else, but we're going to do it anyways. So it snaps on there. Looks really cool. And you've got one more free hand, so we'll give him his one half of his sickles anyways. The other one, unfortunately, won't be able to do anything but hang by his side. And that's really the only complaint I have on this figure, is that there's not enough space for all of his accessories. He can't hold them all. So I guess if we were to take the sickles and just hang them off of the katanas on his backpack, then we got room to grab his Uzi. And with his little dagger stuck in his belt, technically, yeah, he can hold everything he's got here, so I guess we'll give him points for that. It does work. It's not the best way to carry all the gear, but it'll work. So, yeah, I really like this guy, actually. He is a little bit hard to come by. He seems to carry a little bit of a higher price than some of the rest of the guys from the Rise of Cobra line, probably because he was the first ninja other than Storm Shadow Snake Eyes to come out, and he's kind of a unique character. So, yeah, he's kind of hard to get for a decent price, but if you're patient enough, you'll see one come out for your price range, I'm sure. I know I had to wait a little while to get one that would actually get shipped to me correctly, but I finally, got lucky and got one for the price point I was willing to pay for him at the time. So, yeah, I would probably say it's recommended anyways. Don't know if I'd go quite so far as to say highly recommended, but it's definitely a really awesome figure, and they did a really good job on it. So I guess it just depends on whether or not you need another ninja in your army or not. I got him anyway, so there he is. Pretty awesome. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up if you've liked what you've seen today. Drop some comments, let us know what you think of Kamakura. Also, let us know what you'd like to see in future episodes. Till next time, Yo Joe.